were joined on the Sport for Business Daily today by Leona Maguire. What a superstar she is, both on and off the golf course. We discussed, naturally enough, her triumph in the Solheim Cup, her performance at the Olympics, and in the 5 golf majors that she played in this, her rookie season. We also went a little bit deeper. We spoke about her degree in psychology from Duke University, together with the impact that social media can have on sporting stars, particularly in individual sports. We also asked her why a lion featured so prominently on her Twitter profile.
I haven't actually got a chance to sit down and watch the Solheim Cup. Hopefully over Christmas maybe there'll be some reruns of it, or I think Dad maybe still has it recorded on the telly. So maybe over Christmas might get a chance to sit down. I haven't seen any of the other matches as well. I've no idea I only know what happened in my matches. So it'll be kind of nice to see how the other matches went, and it's been a big topic this year, and it's a big factor, and it's great to see. I mean, so many people speaking out about it and sharing their struggles with everybody, and making sure that people don't feel alone and isolated. This was especially in an individual sport. We spend a lot of time by ourselves in different hotel rooms in different cities around the world. So it's definitely something that's getting more and more attention, and it's great to see sort of those big athletes like Simone Biles and Naomi Osaka, like you said, speaking out about it. And I suppose the more they speak about it, the less taboo it makes it. I suppose I'm fortunate enough to have a psychology degree myself, so I'd like to think I put that to use sometimes.
So sit back if you can and enjoy 10 minutes in the company of one of Ireland's truly great young international sporting superstars. Hello and welcome to the Sport for Business Daily, where I'm delighted to be joined from Orlando, Florida by the top 10 major, 2-time Olympian, Solheim Cup winning legend of Cavan, and for today, Davy ambassador, Leona Maguire. You're very welcome to Sport for Business again, Leona.
Thanks, Rob. Thanks for having me.
Tell us, it is some year to look back on. I guess the highlight of it in global terms was probably the Solheim Cup victory and the real personality that you put into that. Have you looked back on any of it in the intervening couple of months, and what are the things that have stuck out in your memory as being the most important from it?
Yeah, I mean, like you said, I think Solheim Cup was definitely the highlight of the year, highlight of my career probably so far, and getting to celebrate that, enjoy that with everybody at home. I think as well, when I went home, it was a lot of fun for me in Toledo with the team and enjoying that victory, but also to celebrate with everybody back home and see people excited about sport again and having smiles on their faces after these past 2 years. So that's something that I'll not forget for a while.
Have you looked back on any of the videos or the playbacks or anything like that, or do you kind of look to move on to the next thing and just keep it in your memory?
Yeah, I've seen clips here and there pop up. I haven't actually got a chance to sit down and watch the Solheim Cup. Hopefully over Christmas maybe there'll be some reruns of it, or I think Dad maybe still has it recorded on the telly. So maybe over Christmas might get a chance to sit down. I haven't seen any of the other matches as well. I've no idea I only know what happened in my matches. So it'll be kind of nice to see how the other matches went and see those putts and those moments of how everything played out over there.
That'll be a nice day to take out. I hope he hasn't recorded over it or anything like that. But the Olympics, before the Solheim Cup, you had the Olympics, and of course you were out in Rio beforehand. How different was it this time around? Were you able to get involved with any of the other Irish athletes and get that bit of an Olympic experience?
Yeah, I mean, it was very different, I think, with all the protocols and everything in place, but it was still Olympic Games. The village still kind of had that same feel about it. All staying in the village in so the Team Ireland headquarters, and getting to see the other athletes. We got to go to like breakfast and lunch and dinner with each other, which we did in Rio as well. We just didn't go to get to watch a lot of the events like we did and cheer on the other athletes. It was kind of wishing them luck before they left and well done when they came back, sort of thing. And our golf venue was it was about an hour away. So it was sort of, once we were gone at the course, we were very much separate kind of from the rest of the village, but then came back in the evenings, obviously. So got to watch Kelly's fight on Sunday, which was probably the highlight. Getting to see her win her gold medal, which was so richly deserved. And I'd gotten to know Kelly over the past few years, and a lot of the other Irish athletes been in the Irish Institute up in Dublin. So it was fun seeing them sort of achieve their dreams on that global stage, and the hard work and effort that they'd put in over the last sort of 5, 10, 15 years.
You're part of a great generation of young female stars that are coming through from, Kelly, yourself, Rachel, Ellen Keane, any number of you that are really excelling out there, which is brilliant to see. But it's not only about those kind of the Olympics and the Solheim Cups as well. You had a really strong focus this year on the biggest events. So you got your 61 in the Evian as well. You hear some golfers talking about how they have a separate approach to the big events, to the majors, and that they go into a different zone or a different place in their head to get ready for them. Is that something that you really concentrate on and that you will be again in 22?
Yeah, I mean, I think the majors are something you always focus on. I suppose golf is different in that we have 5 of them as opposed to maybe other athletes that have like a European Championships or a World Championships or Olympic Games every 4 years. We have 5 of them every year. So as you're building your schedule, you definitely plan around them to peak around those events. This year was a little different for us in that we had Evian, then we went pretty much straight to the Olympics, came back for the British Open, and then went to Solheim all within about 5-6 weeks of each other. So it was a hectic few weeks, hectic couple of months. It wasn't something that you could maybe take a week off and rest and recover and go again. And it was just all go, go, go. But I'm very happy with sort of how I planned my year up into that, was in good form heading into those events and performed really nicely on those sort of biggest stages.
It's been a year as well, looking beyond golf a little bit, that we've seen a number of the top female athletes, Naomi Osaka in tennis, Simone Biles in the gymnastics, that have struggled with their headspace and a little bit with the pressure that comes on you as an individual sports star. Social media gets blamed for a bit of that. You've got quite a light touch approach to social media, but do you have anything in your own makeup and in your own approach to events that actually keeps you on a really solid, even keel when it comes to your head?
Yeah, I mean, I suppose that it's been a big topic this year, and it's a big factor, and it's great to see. I mean, so many people speaking out about it and sharing their struggles with everybody, and making sure that people don't feel alone and isolated. I suppose, especially in an individual sport, we spend a lot of time by ourselves in different hotel rooms in different cities around the world. So it's definitely something that's getting more and more attention, and it's great to see sort of those big athletes like Simone Biles and Naomi Osaka, like you said, speaking out about it. And I suppose the more they speak about it, the less taboo it makes it. I suppose I'm fortunate enough to have a psychology degree myself, so I'd like to think I put that to use sometimes. But yeah, I mean, I think the team you have around you is very important. Fortunate enough that I had my twin sister Lisa traveling with me most of the summer, so got to spend time with her, and she always is great support for me. And I have a good group of friends out on tour as well that we go to dinner and do different things when we're going sort of week to week, city to city. That sort of distracts us away from the golf course. It's easy to kind of ride the roller coaster of the highs when you're doing well and the lows when you're maybe not doing quite as well. And it's trying to find that sort of balance between the both of taking the good with the bad and just sort of rolling with it, really. And I suppose golf is one of those unique sports that even if you're at the top of your game, you're still losing more times than you win. So you very much have to have that sort of short-term memory loss mindset almost of always sort of moving on and looking to the next one and not getting caught up on what's just happened.
And Lisa is working as your agent now as well. I saw you wished her a happy birthday. She is, of course, your twin sister, so it was a little bit of a mirror being held up, but that she would be able to enjoy a full cake to herself this year. Is the plan for 22 hopefully that she'll be able to spend more time out on the circuit with you, or would that drive both of you mad?
Yeah, well, Lisa's actually down in UCC studying dentistry at the minute, so she'll not be able to travel most of the year. She'll come out probably similar to this year in the summer when she's her summer holidays. And Solheim Cup was her last week of her summer holidays this year, so she gave that up to spend with me in Toledo. So thankfully I gave her something to enjoy before she went back to the real world. So no, I mean, she's been a huge asset in my team and does a lot of the planning and organising behind the scenes. So lucky to have her involved in everything that I do.
Great. Just one last one to finish off. I like the fact that you got your psychology degree out of Duke. Your Twitter header is a picture of a very majestic looking lion. Can you tell us a little bit about where that came from?
Yeah, I mean, I suppose lions are something I've always liked. No, when I was at the Solheim Cup, the girls gave me the nickname of Lion. And I suppose lions are something that they're courageous, they're brave, but they also there's a sense of loyalty there and all of that. So I suppose characteristics that I admire in a lion and all of that. And I think it's something that I quite like. So yeah, it's there.
That's great. And I suppose they're the king of the jungle, bigger even than the tiger, but maybe we won't go there quite yet anyway. Leona Maguire, it has been some year to remember. Thanks very much for allowing us to be a part of it as well, and for taking the time to be with us here today. And the very best of luck for 2022.
Thanks very much, Rob.